We knew it was going to be tough, and yeah, I think we made it even more difficult for ourselves after I don't know how many seconds, but we played well. Second half was outstanding, I think, and good to finish off the season on a high, and now a little break.
Yeah, it perhaps wasn't the start that you envisaged. 26 seconds, I think it was, that you conceded that goal, but the reaction in the second half was much what we come to expect from Liverpool.
Yeah, it was an outstanding game, I think. Second half especially, I think we played amazing football, we created chances, and yeah, obviously we all deserve a win. And good feeling to go into a little break, and hopefully we'll be all fresh and ready to go for next season in a couple of weeks.
You've played every minute of this title-winning season. Personally, how pleasing has that been for you, and to score the 5 goals that you've contributed and to collectively reach 99 points?
Yeah, no, I'm very proud for that, and I won't take that for granted. You know, it's never easy to keep yourself fit. You have to be also a bit lucky, and obviously I try to look after myself and in the best way possible. So you know, and all credit also to Chris Rohrbeck, our physio, who's sadly leaving us, but he's been outstanding for me, and yeah. It's an incredible feeling, and I think it's the second season in a row that I've been playing 38 games. So I'm proud of that, and hopefully I can keep that going, of course.
I suppose it's hard to pick one moment, but has there been a personal highlight for you from this season?
I think the personal highlight is winning the Premier League. No, it's been a big dream of me coming true, and I think for all of us. For this beautiful club, you know, it's outstanding, and it should spur us on to try even harder to retain the title. It's going to be very tough. Teams are going to improve. Teams want to beat us even more. But yeah, we will focus on each game at a time. That's what we did already this season, and hopefully, you know, we can be as consistent as we are this season. It's going to be a new challenge, but we should all look forward to that as well.
Yeah, it's not long before the start of the next season. What does the motivation have to be come September?
Well, to be fair, you know, if I'm talking personally, I don't think I need any more motivation. You know, I want to go out there every opportunity there is, trying to get results together with the boys. Enjoy, you know, the game. Like, for example, the second half, I really enjoyed it. How we played, how we pressed, how we won the ball when we lost it, and that's the key for next season as well. We want to improve on the way we play and be as consistent as we've been this year. And it's going to be hard because I think consistency is the hardest thing in football. And but it's going to be a nice challenge.
So Liverpool top of the 99 points, the second best points total in Premier League history. Just one behind City of a couple of years ago. Sum total for the last 2 years. City finished on 81, respectable, although they'll want to be a lot better than that next season. United finished third. That is a tremendous run since January for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Chelsea finish in the Champions League places, 4 clear in the end of Leicester, who will be disappointed, I'm sure, to finish outside of the top 4, but will have European football next season, as it seems will Spurs and either Wolves or Arsenal, depending on the FA Cup final result, and of course what happens in August in the 2 European competitions. At the bottom then, we knew Norwich were down, and it's Watford and Bournemouth who join them. Villa, with the last day escape, will go again next season. Newcastle do finish in 13th after the defeat here. But some relief for Dean Smith and Aston Villa. Didn't look like it was in their hands, or that it would happen a week or so ago. The win against Arsenal, of course, massive. And the point today has proved enough. Lots to discuss with Rachel and a start off the front three, but he is different.
Yeah, he is different, and I think you're completely correct. He fits that role of being a very willing substitute. I mean, it's, you know, he doesn't want to be called that, of course, but he is classed as a, you know, as a super sub now. He's scored important goals. He scored important goals against Barcelona, of course, in the final. Scored today, but he's not yet at that level to challenge the front three, and none of them were today. Minamino, the Ox and Divock Origi, they showed that, you know, they just need to keep on improving and keep on working hard to even challenge that front three, because when that front three comes on, it's just a different tempo whatsoever. Whether they score goals or not, they just look so much more dangerous.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We said before we heard from him, he can always be counted on, Virgil van Dijk. Normally at one end of the pitch, but today, not sure he meant it. Doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter. They all count, don't they?
Exactly.
They all count.
Absolutely.
He'll argue that
count.
he's practiced that thousands of times.
Little cheeky one over the goalie. Let's hear from the boss, shall we? Jurgen Klopp is just down the way with Natalie.
Jurgen, perhaps not the start to the game that you'd planned for. Newcastle didn't waste any time, did they? But a dominant display in the end and job done today.
I like the game really because look, it's I think you call in this country dead rubber, so you don't know exactly what you can expect. And then it's I didn't like the goal we conceded obviously, but it helped as well to make immediately clear. Okay, so we have to go, and the boys did. And it was difficult. We made so many changes after a long time with playing with similar lineups and stuff like this. That's not a fair judgment then of the team, because they need to get used to the game, especially then 1-0 down. The opponent set a proper wall in front of their goal with the counter-attacking threat they have. So I saw that we really worked in the game and tried to find a way, and then became better and better and better. It was already better before we made the changes, but of course the changes with the fresh legs then helped massively. I like the game. It's far away from being perfect, but it's a good example for what the boys did over the whole season. They didn't only win football games when it was the sun is shining, the pitch is perfect, the ball, everything is perfect. So they won all the difficult games, or not all of them, but a lot of them as well. And today was a difficult game, and we won it well deserved, and we stayed completely 95 minutes in the game. After the season the boys played, incredible, really.
I say a lot of changes, different look to the front three. Were you tempted to keep them on, particularly after the second goal, or was it always in the plan to change things?
Okay, the plan was to change, but I thought a second there. So Dijk now was really in and stuff like that, but it's not important. And Taki played a really good game. Oxlade can play different positions for us, so we set up one goal and had a lot of good moments. So that's just how it is. You see then, really in intense periods like this, even 60 minutes sitting on the bench and doing a different warm-up, so it can help you to recover. So and I saw when the three boys came up, they looked completely fresh, Bobby, Sadio and Mo, and wanted to score obviously, and did, and that was really, really good.
Some escape. These are the results from the final day. Arsenal went 3 up pretty quickly against Watford, who do go down. They did claw 2 back, did Watford, but it wasn't enough. Burnley have gone down to Brighton at home. Good finish for Graham Potter's side, but equally the standard Premier League miracle from Sean Dyche, you'd have to say. Chelsea have secured their top 4 finish with a 2-0 win over Wolves. Hull slipped to 7th as a result of today's results, and at risk potentially of slipping out of the European places, unless of course they win the Europa League. Tottenham up to 6th with that 1-1 draw at Crystal Palace. Bournemouth won, but it wasn't enough at Goodison. Manchester United certain now of Champions League football qualification with that 2-0 win at Leicester, who finished with 10 men. Manchester City put 5 past Norwich, perhaps no shock there. We've seen what happened here, of course. Southampton went down early to Sheffield United, but recovered. They've been strong in this last part of the season, have Ralph Hasenhüttl's side 3-1 winners today. And as we've just seen, 1-1 apiece West Ham and Aston Villa, which is enough to keep Dean Smith's side up. So, Liverpool top of the 99 points, the second best points total in Premier League history, just one behind City of a couple of years ago, sum total for the last 2 years. City finished on 81, respectable, although they'll want to be a lot better than that next season. United finished 3rd, that is a tremendous run since January for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Chelsea finish in the Champions League places, 4 clear in the end of Leicester, who will be disappointed, I'm sure, to finish outside of the top 4, but will have European football next season, as it seems will Spurs and either Wolves or Arsenal, depending on the FA Cup final result, and of course what happens in August in the 2 European competitions. At the bottom then, we knew Norwich were down, and it's Watford and Bournemouth who join them. Villa, with the last day escape, will go again next season. Newcastle do finish in 13th after the defeat here. But some relief for Dean Smith and Aston Villa. Didn't look like it was in their hands, or that it would happen a week or so ago. The win against Arsenal, of course, massive. And the point today has proved enough.